just 2 years ago. Your girl right here, she was about to get married. So what happened? Let's unlock the treasure chest. So wadau, leo najua nakaa kama mzungu. I think I should get my hair here, you know, it gives me that rich aunties vibe. So with my desire to go to abroad regardless, I was tired, super exhausted of job hunting. I was extremely at the edge. And my dream country, as I've always told you, has always been migrating to Canada. And my ideal immigration is through the study path. But it's quite so expensive. So I did the IELTS, as I told you. I didn't perform well. I tried so many applications. I tried to reach several people, friends, colleagues, professionals. And I just knew at this particular juncture, nothing was really working for me. But you know your girl. I hardly gave her. So, voila, out of nowhere, this man called me. And guess what? It was an offer! It was a wedding offer! Woo! Have you ever imagined kila kitu unapata bure? Why now it was free? Who doesn't like free things? Maybe free things are not free after all. This offer was too good. That's why I keep on saying, always reflect and have a moment during that time or point of desperation. Free air tickets to Canada, free housing and accommodation for 6 months, free shopping, food, upkeep for 6 months, like 1, 2, 3, 6 months. But then this offer came with conditions. The condition was this gentleman wanted me to marry his son, and he was going to take care of everything. And God bears me witness, this is my story. So I was like, my dream is here, to go to abroad. And this time, someone has offered to, to save me. This man came in as a savior, but it wasn't him. It was the son. He wanted your girl right here to marry his son. It was like, my son is fine, my son is good looking, but I want you to do this for him. Just you guys get married and nitasimamia kila kitu. Nilihisi ni kama, when God says that I will open the floodgate, I'll open the floodgates of heaven and I bless you. And these were my floodgates. Finally, I was like, finally, poverty, everything, whoosh, hook up. And marry my son. So I kept on thinking, why me? What could it be about the son that he can't marry someone else but me? But you are a girl right here. So he said that my son doesn't have the education that he needs to get through the express entry. It was through the express entry. So he wanted us to try through the express entry. Then I was like, my son is just a Form 3 dropout. My son doesn't speak proper English. My son, I want, before I die, my son to make it in this life. I'm a businessman. I have all the money. I don't have the desire to go to Canada, but I would want a better life for my son. I was like, this almost made me very emotional. And I was like, okay. And because I was desperate, I was like, what do I stand to lose? Like, what do I stand to lose? To lose nothing. So don't worry, because I'm a bride, you're gonna see a lot of this and a lot of that. So I was like, okay. And because I had desired so much to go to Canada, I had done my research about going to Canada. I had done, I had have a look at the CRS scores through the express entries, and I was like, maybe I should like think about it. So how did it go? Let me get my offer. So my good people, as I've told you, air ticket, housing, hizo nishawaambia. So this express entry was introduced in 2015 actually, which allowed those individuals who wanted to go to Canada, like the process was made quicker, either the tradesmen or skilled workers. But then the CRS actually, the CRS score is the comprehensive ranking system. So it has ikona vipengele fulani, like, you know, you like qualifications through, you know, express entry through the CRS scores. So these scores included aspects like education, included aspects like age, included aspects like adaptability. So all this, the son had not met them, as well as like the work experience. So when you're looking at education, initially said the son was, you know, a dropout, hakumaliza high school. So then I was like, because with the CRS scores, if you've just secondary education you get 5 points, then PhD you have 25 points. So me, with my masters, it was a check. Then the other factor with the CRS score, we had the language proficiency. And you see your girl right here is a muzungu. Hata kama ilikuja na meli jameni, lakini kizungu changu si kibaya. On the other hand, the son wasn't a fluent English speaker. And in Canada, it's either language, either English or French. Then you do the test through the language test, just to prove that you know this, you know how to speak. And the language tests included like listening, writing, speaking, amongst others. So check. So for him was like, you qualify. Then talk about the work experience. You also have points. It's awarded through points. So when you look at the work experience, I've worked for like 4 years. So as long as it's a skilled work and full time, you also have points for that. Okay, then adaptability. Now on the adaptability, if you have a relative, if you know who is a Canadian resident or Canadian citizen, or if maybe they have the permanent resident, then I mean those are additional scores. So when he looked at my educational background, do you know I had to send my CV? Nakwambia nilituma CV, curriculum vitae. I had to send my CV, and he went through the CV and he said, you guys stand a chance. But how did it fall? Like, it got to a point. Because I was so desperate. I always have a rule of reflecting back. So I was like, you see, I'm so desperate, but this wasn't what I really needed or desired. So then let me get this back. So I sat, I thought about it, thought about the ring, thought about the good life. Yes, the good life. And I was so sure even after those 6 months I would have secured a job and all that. But I was like, what's the downfall? I had not met this man, I had not met the son, I had met nothing, no one, I mean. So these were just words and empty promises. I was like, what if I fall a victim of trafficking? Just what if? You know, I'm an overthinker, so I think a lot. I was like, what if it's about trafficking? What about my life? You know. So when I took a step back and I started reflecting how genuine, how authentic, I have so many stories that I've encountered through my quest at some point, desperation to go to abroad, and I'll be sharing them with you because it's good for us to be informed. So when I thought about it, and in as much as he had offered for us to sit and talk, I was like, Mimi, I can't trust. I hardly trust people like that. So after thinking about it, like after 4 days, I just told him, thank you for the offer, but it's not going to be workable. And he was so heartbroken, so but there's really nothing much I would have done. My spirit, my inner spirit spoke otherwise about this whole thing. It was just too good, like too good, beloved, too good to be true. And I was like, when the time is right, the Lord will make it happen. And that should be something that we should be looking for. So, like, always reflect. For me personally, my colleagues were like, you are stupid. Offer free everything. I would, I will not even think about it. Like, that's a no-brainer. But then I was like, what kind of bride was I going to be? What kind? I was like, is this how desperation works? But we all make mistakes. I learned from it before I hopped into it. There are those who already hopped into such, and it's been a struggle, especially when you listen to the stories of, like abroad and all that. But then again, when the time is right, he is going to make it happen. So keep hoping. Be careful outside there. If you want to hear more about immigration, check out with my very good friend. She's called Akot. Look her out through her channel Akot TV if you want to immigrate to Canada and other countries. And equally, look out for my good friend. She's called Tesh Wanjuguna through her YouTube channel, and you'll be able to find more information about traveling and relocating abroad through immigration and through so many different channels. And until next time, hapa tunasema asante sana. That means thank you very much. Asante sana. And yeah, I'm still feeling myself. I think I look pretty good. I feel pretty good. Always empower, speak positives to yourselves, and yeah. So let me give credit to this music back. Yes, the music, the instrumental is by Scott Buckley, Chasing Daylight. I have to do this because of copyright issues. Give credit where it's due, and until next time.